Alright, welcome back to more of 9 Villages. And we're gonna start going through the Lost Woods in this part. Well, at least the first part of it. Now again, I kind of showed you the hints, actually paid for the hints, so you can just kind of look those over. It's probably easiest if you just write down all the clues. It makes things a lot easier, because it's kind of hard to memorize all this. So again, there were 3 clues that you could pay for. One of them just gave some general information about the area. Another one gave you actually the starting points. And then the other one was actual maze directions. So the starting point, you're given a clue on the, I guess it was reference points. And it says something about involving death. So if you look at these 3 options for your starting point, I mean, these are not the right options at the bottom. But if you look at these 3 points, one of them is a kind of a live pond. Another one is a live tree. And then the third option is a dead tree. So if you take that hint, you want to start where the dead tree is. And actually the clue that explained the free money, you actually start from this point as well. And a lot of enemies to fight on this screen, on the following screen, so I'm gonna try to clear out as much of this as I can. And you see a lot of like these branching paths and some of these kind of corners, like dead-end corners, you're gonna have to keep that in mind for some of the later screens. Okay, and again, if you get lost, you don't know how to get out of a place, then you can always use your whistle. And that will give you a guaranteed exit out of the Lost Woods, so you can start fresh. Okay, so I think the first thing we're going to do is go for the money. So you start, if you wrote down the letters, the first W is actually the way into the Lost Woods. And then you go down, down, right, and left. Yeah, this is kind of random. You got a Goma in the middle of nowhere. Might as well take it out. No reason to have you running around the place. Again, now you can... I'll show the main path later on. I'll get the free money first. So to get the free money... Again, if you wrote down your clues, you go left again. Try to clear out as many screens as possible. And then on this screen, you go down, down, right and left again. got a land mola to take out. And when you clear this screen, you get free money. I think that's 100 rupees. And if you continue to follow the clues, the next group was east, northeast. So these are actually just ways out of the particular screens. I'm gonna clear some of these enemies because I'm gonna be going through this particular screen later on. And since they're bubbles, that should prevent respawn. And you got another land mola to clear out. And the same thing as the other screen. Just clear out all the enemies. And another 50 rupees for you. So I'll probably just leave that there because I should be good on cash right now. And again, if you get lost, I think any screen in the Lost Woods, you can use the whistle to make a little portal appear. And it takes you outside, and I'm not really sure about the music here. It's suddenly playing traditional Zelda 1 music. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if this was an error or something. It's kind of weird. Yeah, that's a little weird to be hearing this. Trying to figure out how to scout the rest of these squares, actually. Alright, so now you want to actually go back into the actual maze, and still have the weird Zelda 1 background music. That's pretty weird. I think to get rid of it, or to get back to the regular music, you probably just have to go right far enough to transition into another area. Actually, I might just do that. It just feels a little awkward to be listening to Zelda 1 music, and I think you could probably reproduce it every time if you use the portal to exit the Lost Woods. End up with the Zelda 1 music. And it just sounds really awkward. Yeah, get back to the normal music for this area. It just sounded a little weird to be listening to Zelda 1 music. Okay, so to actually get through the maze, again, you start at the dead tree. And actually, this first part's the same. You go down, down. And And then on this screen, again, if you wrote down your directions, you're gonna go up, right, and then down twice. Oh yeah, and as I mentioned before, it makes a difference on some of these screens which way you go on. So you see, if you go on the wrong side, you can't access some of the directions. Good to mention that, because again, it makes a difference. Again, this is not your simple run-of-the-mill Lost Woods. I mean, this is really complicated to understand. And some of those other screens that have almost like dead ends, they have their own maze paths, but I mean, unless you do trial and error, or if you look it up, you're not gonna know them otherwise. Yeah, so you have to go on the left side. Because on this screen, because you actually have to go down, and then up twice, and then left. Okay, so on this screen, if you look at your notes, you actually want to go left, down, down, left. And you have to kind of visualize this. How are you going to be able to do this? Because there are two ways you can go left. So you have to make sure you go the correct way. I'm trying to visualize this myself, so I can get the right direction. And I'm trying to think if it makes a difference which way you go left. So if I take the upper path, left, down, I won't be able to go down the second time. So I think you have to take the lower path. Okay, this screen. I think this one you just go left, up twice, and then left again. And that's actually the first half of this maze. There's a whole other half of it. There are actually other clues you get for that second part. And I'm probably just gonna leave that money there. And good thing for warp points. So at least you don't have to do the maze again. So at least you got that first part done. Okay, so I just clean out some more screens. Okay, going on up here, you find a random four-headed Gleeok. I'd probably try to clear out the bats first. Get rid of all the excess stuff. And this might be a little bit tricky because you don't really have the center to work with. So you're kind of working on half a screen. I just kind of can tweak around the bottom edge here, because I think you're fairly safe at the bottom. And you get a piece of heart for your efforts. So we'll scoop that up. And I might actually... I'm trying to see how long this part's gonna be if I continue going. There's still quite a bit more to explore. That's the thing. So I'll probably just clear out a few more screens. I'm starting to face Lionels more regularly. Really using this half-tile trick to minimize my losses. I got money, might as well just start tossing some of that out. Give myself some safe sniping. And here is more pay-for-info stuff to actually interpret the second part of the maze, and I might do that in the next part, and because there's still quite a bit more to explore. But you know, I'll probably pay for the information just so that you can see how you're gonna have to work with this, because it's pretty obscure. It's not as easy as the first one, as you'll see. Okay, so next part we'll probably just do some more exploration, and we'll go from there. Alright, see you guys later.